Hello and welcome back to another Chateau de Bruges video.
Firstly then, not thank you, hello isn't it? Firstly then,
It's not thank you, it's hello.
No, it's hello. Firstly then, hello and welcome back to Charles. He is here all this week, so I'm sure we'll be very, very busy, and thank you to him, obviously, for all the work that he's going to be doing.
Also, welcome to Sean and Julia, who are going to be helping us this week as well. Thank you for all the help that you've done for us this week, and we look forward to seeing you back at the Chateau again, same time next year.
Okay, so this week we're going to be focusing on the garden. There's going to be some landscaping, some groundwork in preparation for the winter so that the chateau can look really nice come the spring. So it's Monday morning. Our guests have been treated to a luxurious breakfast this morning. Some with a fry-up, some with just a continental breakfast. And Charles is already out, very busy, putting the garden to bed. So he's got some hedge trimming to do today. As you can see, he's making light work of it so far. How are you getting on?
Morning all. Yep. In preparation for the winter, just getting them back down to a manageable level, so when spring comes we'll have some nice fresh growth. So yeah, getting it nice and level again.
Good. Well, I won't hold you up any longer.
Okay, see you later.
See you later.
So I'm out here in the garden. I've got with me Sean, who's come to visit for the day, and he's going to help us taking down this, and Charles as well, obviously in the background now. Our plan today is to take down this tree here in the middle of the lawn, which we've been told is diseased and needs to go. So we're hoping to just make a nice cut on the downside of the tree. The tree's going to fall just between the tree in the middle of the lawn there and the hedges. It's going to come down nicely, so Sean tells me. So we're all very confident. So we're just clearing an escape route just to be extra safe. We've got our PP and our chainsaws all ready, so we're going to crack on and take this tree down.
So you want a nice flat cut where you've marked.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you come in at that angle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take the notch out.
Back to there.
Around.
Right. Okay.
And then it will naturally just fall into the
The notch. Okie doke. So I have to do, obviously the blade's not long enough to go through the whole lot, so I do one half first and then go around the other side.
Exactly.
Oh, turn it on. Work better then, he says. Yeah, yeah. So that's it, the tree's down. Sean's done a great job. He's landed it exactly where he said he was going to land it, and it's a lovely clean cut. And we can see in here, I don't know if the video can see, but we brushed some of that away. It's definitely diseased inside there, so the advice we were given was correct. It needed to come down before it came down on its own.
All of that there is starting to rot, and all of that. So it wouldn't have been long before a storm would have taken that down, I think. But yeah, we had a nice big wedge, which is just over there. Took that piece out, and then had most of the weight on the back third of the tree because it was leaning slightly towards the chateau. Nice clean cut across the back, and not much left of standing, which is a really good sign. And it fell just about where we wanted it, nice and controlled, nice and safe. Job done.
So we're here this morning in the garden, and the job list for today is to pollard the trees that you see behind us. And the reason we're doing that is what?
Well, we need to get control of the trees, and it'll also keep them really healthy. You're seeing 2 years of growth there at the moment, so it's going to come right back to the knuckle. We're going to use the chipper to tidy it all up and get it away, but it's a long job. There's at least 6 trees to get through, so it's a good day's work here. So hopefully you'll see the results later.
Let's crack on.
The archangel of trees.
Okay, so 5 trees pollarded, no injuries, all ready for the winter, and look forward to seeing the new growth in the spring.
So we've got piles of the branches here because we haven't been able to chipper because there's a fuel shortage in France at the moment, so they won't let you fill up any jerry cans. So the chippers run out of fuel. We can't fill up a jerry can to get that going again, so we've just made piles, and then as soon as we can get fuel again, we'll chipper this up and take that to the tip. So that project's done. Good day's work.
What's
next
next,
half
boss?
a day's work. On to the next project. Good morning. So this morning we're down in the greenhouse, and the work plan for today is to get all of this rubbish on the floor cleared out, all the greenhouse cleared out, all the ivy on the wall killed off and pulled off as much as possible, and the whole place tidied up as much as possible, because then we want to look at putting the polytunnel roof on the top. And why are we doing this, Charles?
Well, we've got Grandma and Granddad coming, and it's a nice surprise for them. They worked so hard in here last time, and we're going to make it look really special for them when they come back.
So we'll stick you on time lapse. You can see how we get on. Ready to go?
See you later.
Go. Well, it's been a busy day, hard day, hot day, but we've managed to completely clear out the greenhouse. Charles got rid of all the weeds and all the ivy that was growing over the back. We've jet washed it all through, so it's lovely, neat and tidy. Then we dealt with the roof, didn't we?
Yeah, so we're going to show you a little bit more detail, but we've put battens on the outside of the metalwork to protect the plastic from rubbing and potentially tearing. So we've run about 7 or 8 battens full length of the building, and then we took it from the top and rolled down the sheet, and we've secured it along the bottom. Again, we'll show you in more detail, but we now have a roof.
Yep, a roof, a working greenhouse. Got some work to do on each end, but it's now weatherproof on top. Obviously, this is not what we want long term, but this is what we can do now for the coming winters, and what we can afford to do. It'd be lovely in the future to be able to restore it with glass back to its original features. So that's something we'll look at doing. But this is a good solution for now. So when Grandma and Granddad arrive next week, they've got a greenhouse that they can start to plant out some stuff for the winter. So good day's work.
Good day's work.
So job list for today is we're going to open up this new entrance that we want for the chateau. So we're going to take out this section between the pillar and the pillar. We want to reuse the railings, so we're going to try and take those out intact and try and keep as much of the stone and the brickwork as well, because we'd like to reuse that. So that's the job for today.
So as you can see, this gate isn't very wide at all. In fact, we can only just about get our truck through the gates without hitting either of the pillars. So a really, really small entrance, something that the guests have already mentioned was difficult to get to the chateau. So I'll show you the new gate size now and show you just how important it is that we're using that as the new entrance. So hopefully you can see just how much wider this entrance is. I could pretty much touch the pillars with a couple of steps, but these ones now are much, much further apart, which means a bigger entrance, which means a much, much easier entrance to the chateau.
So the next project for us is to remove this. Don't do that.
Remove ourselves.
The next project for us is to remove this foliage and trees and bits and pieces are here, because this is going to become an area, so we can come out of our laundry area through via a door we're putting here, and then into a private garden area. So we need room for hanging the linen and for us to have a place to do all the services. So We're going to take down these trees, and there's a bush behind as well, which is nice, but unfortunately in the wrong place. We're not short of a bush, so we're going to take down that bush as well, and this will open up this area ready for us to make it into what we need.
So Danielle and I have been tasked with de-rooting the trees that we cut down yesterday. Just to give you an example of how difficult and challenging this has been, this root here is coming out of this tree stump, and it starts here and it goes all the way over there towards the gate. Ready, Melanie? Ready? Go in! Here they are, our long-awaited guests.
You might be wondering why we come in that end. That would be the first thing. So we wanted to show down. How are you? Congrats! Yeah, well done, superb. Well done. You got the joke? Yeah, good stuff, yeah. Yeah, yeah, well, it's lovely. Yeah, that's what we do, wonderful. Hello, Charles. All right, mate.